All right, here we have it. Here we have it. Here we have it. We have. Let me look at the make and model. So we have 2021 Mercedes. I believe it's it's an AMG GLE 53. All right. Right now we're going to do the interior exterior with the wax, and hopefully we can get with this one just like we did with the last S550 sedans. That's interior exterior with the wax, or in only 1 hour. That's the goal. All right. And detailings like this can go anywhere from 100 to about 250, and that's based on your area and how you price your service, how people value who you are. But because of who I am, I choose my prices. Okay. So with that being said, I'm gonna get started with the wheels, and then I'm gonna roll it backwards because I got a car in front of it. So I'm gonna roll it backwards to get the other side of the wheel, and I'm gonna do my best to talk you through the whole system. Interior is wipe down the dashboard and doors, wipe down the windows or clean the windows, and vacuum. Those are the three things that you do for the interior. Exterior, I'm going to wash it, rinse it. I'm going to do the door jambs. I'm going to do the tires. I'm going to do the wax as well. So those are the surfaces for the outside. But interior, exterior should be done in about an hour, even on this white SUV. All right. So let's go. God's willing, I have enough storage on my phone. God's willing, I don't get a phone call from my daughter or my wife, okay, because I answer every call. And then also no interruption. All right. Well, here we go. Real time with real scenarios if anything goes wrong. All right. Let's go. I'm starting up the pressure washer. I have my wheel cleaner. I spray in a circular motion, spraying all the spokes and getting all in the wheelbarrow to get all that brake dust off, spraying the tires because this particular chemical is can get brake dust and it can get the old tire dressing off of any tire. Breaks it down. It's a degreaser and a brake buster all in one. Uh-oh, that means my pressure washer hose is leaking. Told you, real-time stuff. Real-time stuff. When you hear that pause, that means I'm leaking out of my pressure washer hose. There we go. All right. So what I'm going to do is pressure wash my wheel well, and then I'm going to pressure wash my rim. Going in one direction on one side, one direction the other side, and then pressure wash the wheel valve, and then pressure wash the tire. The right chemical and the right amount of PSI will break down any stubborn stain or any brake dust buildup. Proper chemical and proper tools. Believe it or not, this is actually a bug cleaner that is strong enough to remove brake dust and clean the wheels. Don't ask me why and don't ask me how, but I just tried it one day on a wheel that wasn't as bad and I kept using it, and next thing you know, it works. That's detailing. You do what works for you, not what everybody else is doing. Okay, all that detailing porn, you don't care for all that. You care for getting the car done in a timely manner. If this person pays you your yearly wage to clean their car, guess what? Take a year or less to do their car. But if you need to do multiple cars to get your yearly bills paid, guess what? Take the time to get to all the cars you need to get to, not just sitting on one, detailing as if you're doing porn. First, wash the wheel well. First, wash the rim. Go in the same direction but the opposite side. Boom. Boom. Now, all wheels are done pressure washed on one side. What I do is I get in, you start it up, you put it in gear, vehicle like this, such as this, when the doors are open, the parking brake automatically comes on, release it, and make sure that the wheel rolls from the very bottom to the top. Put it in park, turn it off, make sure to close all your doors, well, close your door back, and begin to apply the chemical. And in this case, we can't have dwelling time because, well, we have to do both wheels so that the chemical has dwelling time. The chemical has dwelling time when you had time to pressure wash the wheel wells, but now the wheel wells are done, so the dwelling time is going to happen while you're doing the other wheel, like that. Get all the valves. Go on one direction, on one side, and the same direction on the other side. Now get in the valve. Now we're going to the other side. You see that? That's how you clean a wheel, and you don't have to be 20 minutes, 10 minutes on each wheel. Each wheel should be like a minute, I would say, because right now it should be about 4 minutes. Not me talking prior to recording the video, but talking about as far as spraying it, moving the vehicle back, and pressure washing it. Yep. You got clean wheels. So the proper chemical and the proper PSI. Oh, what I had forgot was I usually have my foam cannon around here already, but I messed that up, but it's okay. I still should be able to get it in an hour. Foam cannon. Now I take my foam cannon, remove my quick disconnect, and I put foam on the car. It doesn't have to be heavy, but it's enough to cover the vehicle. And see, the thing is, this vehicle is not covered in sand and mud. It's actually not as dirty, so you don't actually have to rinse the car. Because why? This soap promotes that it separates. This soap promotes that it separates the dirt from the car, encapsulates it. It's either 2-bucket method is a lie, or the manufacturer of the soap is a lie. And the thing is about vehicles is, if you took a car through a drive-through car wash, you wouldn't even notice the swirls and scratches. But under a magnifying glass, you possibly can see the scratches. Every wash, you can see it. But to the human eye, like my eye, your eye, it takes hundreds of washes between getting a wash every single day for a year, which is 300 and something washes. Now you'll be able to tell that it's been going through a drive-through car wash. Sometimes it's even the first time, only because depending on the car that went through that tunnel before you that was dirty, may have like real thick sand that can damage your car automatically. But if you got a fairly clean car wash, the brushes are not guaranteed to scratch your car because some of them do have microfiber emitters, and it washes your car properly. See, the thing is, I'm using my hand pressure. My hand pressure, I can control my hand pressure. So I can feel if there's a grit of sand. And I can actually wash out my towel if I had to. But in this case, it is just like, only is on the side is, I would say tire dressing, splatter on the side, and the impression of mud. But there's no mud on the side physically. So your car don't get scratched just like that. If that was the case, automated car washes would not exist if it was just that bad. But you can damage your car by going through a drive-through car wash. So just, letting you guys know. For some who's watching this right now might say, oh, he's not using the 2-bucket method. For one, this is a white car. This doesn't even show scratches like that. This car could have a multiple scratches. The only difference is a detailer such as myself can tell that it's either dull or, when I put it up under my light, I can clearly see scratches and swirls. But it's a white car. Why am I 2-bucket method in a white car? And plus, this car's probably been washing properly anyways by someone else, and it probably been through a drive-through car wash. But what am I going to do? Be afraid to show you that I washed this car straight up because multiple people are watching and they can judge me? Look, judge your mama, okay? Because I'm washing this car properly. It's not going to be damaged, and I've washed this car probably 4 times already. Customer's happy. They spend over $100 every single time getting it done, okay? So My job is to give quality without damaging the car and allow the customer to be happy with the clean. All right, so the car's been washed, wheels have been done. Now it's time to rinse. Rinsing time. What you do is, when you turn it on, always check your tip. Tip is still on, it won't fly out. Because I've had a tip fly out on me and hit a customer's car. Yeah, so it's 3,200 PSI on this, and this is a metal tip wrapped in plastic. This can damage your car, so always test it by doing that to see if it's still on. And I always start at the top when I'm rinsing. Rinse off the top. Rinse your back glass. Rinse the back bumper. From top to bottom. Keep moving in one direction. Now rinse off the running board. Rinse off the windshield at the top, and then go in where the wipers are at. If there's leaves or anything, you can pressure wash that out. The fender, rinse the wheel. Now rinse the whole hood, pushing the water in one direction. One direction. Top to bottom. Pull your hose so you can go around the other side of the vehicle. Rinse the fender, rinse the tire, rinse the back of the side view mirror. Rinse the pillars all the way across to the rear. Now rinse your glass, your side view mirror, rinse the doors, your running board, what you do with the doors, and rinse the quarter panel in the rear, and then rinse the tire. And I love to take the pressure washer and pressure wash the fuel door. Inside of the fuel door gets real muddy at times. Yep, this car has been washed and rinsed. So, since I'm a detailer and I don't just wash cars, every step matters for me. So what I would do is, to this towel, it is not as clean, right? But it's dry, all right? And this is a white car, so it doesn't show up much. If it was a black car, I'd get a brand new towel just in case. But because it's a white car, I'm gonna go into the door jambs. I'm gonna let this car drip dry while I'm doing the door jambs. Now, if I was working in the sun and this was not spot-free water, I would have to go right into drying the car. But the reason why I don't use city water is because right now, before I even done rinsing the car, on this side, if the sun was out, it would actually start drying up the water, producing water spots on the car. And water spots sometimes can be very hard to get out unless you, if you use the proper chemical, it's easy, but the point is you got to use that proper chemical once it etches itself into the clear coat. So right now, I did the front door jambs first. And the reason why I did the front door jambs first is this bolt area right here on the back door, you can't get from the front with the door open. I see a lot of people walk around the whole car, which is actually wasting steps going all the way around the car. All right, I think you should walk around the car one time, going in one direction, and then open the doors as you go. But some people walk around, do all the doors, and then come back and do the door jambs, which is a big waste of time to me. But here nor there. So I will clean the front door jambs first. Then I'll clean all in the bolts in the back door while that door is closed. And then I'll clean the actual door jambs around the door after I clean the interior part door jambs. And then I open up the back door, and then that little pillar piece, the pillar post that's in between doors, I clean that off, and then I walk to the rear and then clean the door to the vehicle, the jambs to the vehicle. I clean that all the way around, get in all cracks and crevices, leave no dirt, no water. And then I clean the door itself jam. And the reason why I walk by the rear door, if you saw it on the camera or not, I'm not sure. But the reason why I walk past the rear door after I open it up is because the rear door has a tendency to drip water. So what I do is I allow it to keep dripping while I'm doing the door jambs on the passenger side. So now I do the top because it's gravity. I want to clean that area first because I don't want to clean the bottom part and then have it to drop down onto the bottom part of the door jamb. So now that the top part is done, I now work on the bottom part, which is the, I don't know what you want to call this part, but now I clean down low. So the door jamb is cleaned, and now all I do is with that same towel, it's going to seem weird until you do it. The same towel, you want to wipe the wheel lip, like the wheel well lip, and then you want to dry the tires, and then you want to dry the rim. And I'm going to let you know that you're not detailing the rim. You're just drying the rim for now because you want your tire to be dry by the time you got to do tire dressing. So I'm going from the back to the front. I'm working my way to the other side, working my way back towards my van, my mobile rig. Yep. I dried the lip of the wheel well, and then I'm drying the rim. I'm sorry, then I'm drying the tire, then I'm drying the rim. That's what I'm doing. Now I'm going to go to the front rim, dry the tire. Just drying the rim. I'm just going in and out the spoke part of the rim, getting the major water off. I'm not worried about the streaks because when I come do the tire dressing, the streaks are dried, and then I can just wipe it with a clean microfiber towel. All right, so in this case, I'm gonna close the doors now because the water should be done dripping on this side from the door jambs. Yep, drying the rim. Yep, you see how you don't have to use all those detail brush because you got to dry the rim anyways. You dry the rim, you put that dirt in that towel. Stop trying to scrub everything and you still got to do the same process to dry the rim. This takes off the dirt. You see this? Dirt from door jambs and tires in this towel. Now, being that I'm waxing this car, let me show you what I use for wax. I use Technician's Choice, the Aqua Glow. This is really good, and you can use it with the car being wet. So what I do is I wash the car, and as it's drying, I'm just misting it. I'm misting it. Yes, the door on that side is open, but I'm not spraying there yet. I'm misting it, going around the vehicle. And as I get around here, I can close this door and continue to do this half. Close this door, do the top, do the door, do the quarter panel, and now close this door and then start misting the wax. This wax actually lasts 3 to 4 months. And what you want to do is you don't want to move too slow with it. Because the sun is not out in here, in this garage, the wax actually cures really fast if you don't move fast enough. So all I'm doing is rubbing in the wax. Rubbing in the wax. Rubbing in the wax. You're drying. You're trying to get majority of the water off, but don't worry about the light streaks of water. You're not concerned about that right now. That's going to dry up on its own. Yep, just rub in the wax. And I always start, well, if it's an SUV, I start at the top, but once I get done with that half of the top, because I can reach the other half from the other side because I'm tall enough. But if you're short enough, you would have to bring that ladder with you. But in my case, I don't. So I start at the driver windshield. I get half the hood, and then I start working my way on the fender and working my way around. So this is not radio, so you can actually see what I'm doing, even though if I'm not explaining it, right? But here you go. You're just rubbing in the wax, and you're moving at a good pace because you don't want the wax to cure. I don't want to say you have 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or anything like that, but I know that I've sprayed it on before and didn't actually go straight in and wiping it down. And then the wax actually didn't spread. It just like kind of smeared and made it look weird because it literally cures in the spots where you spray it. But right now you want to be able to spread it before it cures. And there's the leaves I was telling you to blow out that I didn't blow out. But here and there, getting them out now. So take out the leaves, Finish this half of the windshield. Wiping down the door. Waxing the wax into the paint. It doesn't matter how much wax you use, just FYI, there's just a thin layer of wax that's going to go on the car. Now, after it cures for like 30 minutes, you can put another layer on top of that. But as long as it's wet, it don't matter how thick you put on wax. It literally will only take a thin layer at a time. So mind yourself on how you apply wax. I don't care if it's paste wax from a can or a spray wax. It's only going to receive a thin layer at a time. And I don't know how thick that layer is. If I want to say a mil, a quarter of a mil, or whatever that is, it's just the fact that it only will take a thin layer at a time. Okay, you don't believe it? Ask your mentor. So I'm just rubbing in the wax. And while I'm doing the wax, the tires are really becoming real dry to where the tire dressing can absorb into the tire and not mix with water and sling on the customer's car, because tire dressing is not dry because the water's stopping it from drying. Well, quickly drying by the time they have to drive off. So, yep, just rubbing in the wax on the paint. And don't be afraid to rub it in. See how I'm wringing? I'm actually wringing out the towel because of the water that's on the car. But see how it's dirty? Because dirt is still embedded in the paint. This wax is a really good wax where it kind of cleans as it goes too. So people think a wash will clean a car. Sometimes you will have to clay a car just to bring all of the dirt out. Sometimes you use a cleaner wax. A cleaner wax can clean paint as well, depend on the wax. So waxing in. The last part is this door for me. Well, actually, no, I got to do the running boards. I saved that for last. Yep. So now I run across the running boards. And this wax is safe on plastics. It's a good thing about this wax. Clean your tailpipes with a little bit with the wax. Yep. Yep. All right. So my car is almost done on the outside. Now what I'm going to do is, since the car is almost dry, well, it's actually completely dry based on what I'm looking at, except small areas like right there. I'm going to start where I started. This windshield should be good. If there is water, it's okay. You can just rub it in, use that as helping with the streaks, which you don't need moisture, but still. So I'm using spot-free water, so if there's any little haze, it'll come right out with a microfiber towel. And believe it or not, I don't have to wipe down this car because it doesn't show on white. But because of who I am, I just do stuff. So my customer tells me, Joe, you be killing good with great. You're trying to do everything great. And it's like hard to skip corners with me, right? But what I did the other day, I'm not skipping the corner. I'm just doing unnecessary work. That makes me no different than the guy who uses 50 brush to clean a wheel. It's unnecessary. So that just helped me out just then. So now I'm going to keep that in mind. I don't have to wipe down this white. So take this ladder so I can get the top. Because if there's any glass, you want to make sure there's no streaks on the glass, which there will always be. I don't care if you're using just the water on a clean water on a clean towel, somehow still leave streaks. I don't know what that's about. I think it's the dust in the air that makes anything look streaky. I don't know. It don't matter how recent I just cleaned this glass right now. I'm cleaning it. Right now as I speak, I'm cleaning the back quarter panel glass, the little glass. As soon as I walk off, I'm pretty sure dust then hit it. But it's not that obvious to where the customer's like, why is my car so dusty? I'm picking it up. But there are times when it's outside where you will get that dust instantly. So the window's streak free. The car is waxed. And the glass, I don't know if I just said windows or street view, whatever. Look, I'm not rehearsing. I'm just talking as I go in, trying to describe whatever I'm doing, okay? I'm not here to say that, oh, you got it down pat. No, what you're looking at is a dude who's doing it in real time. And then you'll see me 5 years from now without me saying it and be like, dang, he came a long way. And that's if I decide to be consistently doing this recording. So I'm just doing it today, and hopefully I can do it tomorrow if I want to. But other than that, I don't want to make a promise right now of something that I know I didn't think about the future on. Now, if it was my immediate life reason that I have to do this, yeah, then maybe I'll just go into doing it. Just like detailing is what I need to do, like immediately, to pay the bills and to have the family and the dream that I say I want. So there we go. And the last thing I have to do on the outside is the tires. So I'm putting up my ladder because I don't need it anymore. Ladder's put up. And now I'm going to get a towel for the tires. And then I'm going to get my tire dressing. And I'm going to get my wheel well dressing. So what I did was I dried everything. And now I'm just checking because this is the final stage. I'm never coming back to this tire. So everything that I'm doing here is to make sure that it's finalized. And I like to spray the wheel well with dressing because it's a water-based dressing. I do it 1 gallon to 4 gallons of water. And that makes it thin enough to spray. And it also makes it thick enough to make back there shine. So when this vehicle gets in the sun, it's actually going to have a gloss shine here and also a shine back there. It's not that dry white stuff. So water-based tire dressing, look how big this brush is. All I use is the corner, and I use certain angles. So what I do is I put dressing up to the rim, put it right on the edge, get where the rim and the tire meets. Rim and tire meets. Where the rim and tire meets. And then now that you got that part, you can go ham. Tire dress, water-based dressing. You don't have to put that much pressure, but just enough pressure to get it to go into the tire. And try not to touch the rim. I know the brush is big, but that doesn't mean you have to touch the rim. And if you touch the rim, I got the same towel that I had to clean up anything. All right. Now I'm going to go to the other side and do the same thing. I'm going to wipe the lip just in case if it has any streaks on it. And now I'm going to clean the rim from any streaks. It's a black rim. Even though it's matte, you want to make sure there's no leftover grease or anything that's going to give it a different discoloration or something like that in different areas. You want it to be evenly one color. Now I'm going to spray my wheel well all the way to the back, all the way to the front. Just spraying in there, evenly coat. Not enough to where it's dripping on the ground, but just enough to where it can go on the plastic pieces in the wheel well. All right, now I'm going around my tire using the edge of my brush. Using the edge of my brush, going to the edge of the rim and the tire where it meets. And now I'm going to do the whole tire and make it shine. So when a customer sees it, they're like, oh my God, that is so clean. It's so pretty. My car, I don't even want to drive it. Yep. All the way around. Now I'm going to the back wheel. And if the back wheel has no plastic, you don't have to spray it. It's carpet. So if your front wheel has carpet, you don't spray it. It's only when there's plastic. Because if you spray this on the carpet area, all it's going to do is absorb. And it's not going to look shiny. It's just going to be the neutral color that the carpet is. So now I take my tire dressing, put it right on the edge, and hit the rim. Well, don't hit the rim, but get where the tire and the rim meet. All right, and not touching the tire, not touching the rim. Keep the dressing on the tire and go around. Yep. Yep. Tire looks good. Whew. So again, wipe the lip, clean the rim, make sure the rim is clean. No greasy spots, no dry looking spots. You just want to even clean on the rims. Now, if the rim has its own discoloration, there's nothing you can do about it until they actually polish it or you recoat it or however you want to do it. When I say recoat, meaning powder coat. All right. So again, there's no plastic under there. It's just carpet. So I go straight into the tire dressing. And let me show you how I do the tire dressing on this big brush. So I take the tire dressing, I put it right on the edge right here. And then I put it on the tire where it doesn't go on the rim. And just go around it. Yep. Just go around it. Once you get that done, now you take your dressing and put it on the tip. And you just cover the entire tire all the way to the ground. Yep. Just like that. Just like that. All right. Now that I'm done with the tires, what I can do is, because I can't get the very bottom underneath here, so what I do is I take the vehicle and I roll it back. I'm gonna pull it forward. So I roll it back. I'm sorry, I roll it forward, which is back to the position that it was. Bring the very bottom of the tire and bring it to the top. Once you get it to the top, turn it off. And now you get that part of the tire that you couldn't get the first time. I'm going in the opposite direction so I can go right back to the truck when I'm done. Just like that. Just like that. Open my door so I don't have to come back around here. Yep. Last tire. And then after I'm done, I will be putting up my supplies because I don't have another tire out here. So I put up my wheel well dressing, put up my chemical, put up my detail brush for the tires, put up my towel because I don't need it. Now, I'm going in with my high pressure air, which is now going to be wiping down, doing the vacuum, and then doing the windows. Yep. Yeah.
I'm just amazed at you.
What? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Which part?
No,
This
area
dressing?
right here. We're going to get this all replaced.
Uh-huh.
But
So put a shine to it? Yeah. I got you. You're welcome. Yeah. Yeah, I got you. See if I can make it happen for you. Which I believe I can. So the request of the customer is the front grill looks a little dry, so they want a little shine. So what I do is I have these cans of spray, which dresses plastic and different things like that. It works in the interior as well. Just like here. It's an instant shine, basically. You can go to Amazon. No, you can go to Amazon.
Okay, it's spray weight.
Yeah, instant shine. Yeah.
That's all I can.
Yep. Yep.
Also, I think it's being parked so much out on my driveway. I work from home.
Yeah.
It's just like shady, you know.
The sun does that. Florida would tear up all plastic. All right. So in this case, I got to get a new towel. I just used that on the dressing. Dang it. Made a mistake and used the same towel as my wipe down for the windows on the dressing. All right. So in this case, the customer has a very clean car. So I'll be using the window cleaner, air compressor, and the towel to do the windows and the wipe down all at the same note. All right. So I'll take my air compressor, put it in my lap, take the spray, wipe down the center console. Don't ask me why I start with the center console. I just do. It's just my habit that I've built. And since it has not been anything negative with it, I just do it. I just continue to do it. But there are some things that I try to do, and if it's not right, I adjust as I go. But that's one of the things that I never adjusted. It works, so I just do it. So I wiped it down. Now I'm going to blow out the cracks and crevices, any dust, any dirt. Blow out the AC vent, blow around the screen, and go from there. Yes, sir. Okay,
for work.
brother.
Ask me how much I owe you.
Will do. Okay. Blessings, bro. All right, I'll see you later. I appreciate you. Please, he told me to tell you to give me his number. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So, and I'm gonna end up texting him, even though he told me to call him later. I'm gonna text him so he can have my number for when he gets back. Yeah. Yeah.
That means,
Okay, so I just call him in 3 weeks then. Okay, gotcha.
or no, text him, right?
Yeah,
But still call him.
gotcha. And I'll call him in 3 weeks then.
Send
Yeah.
Please don't share this man number.
No, not at all. I don't even share your number unless you tell me to.
Bro, this man got 3 private jets.
I see you on one of them. Yes, sir. Be safe, brother. All right, that was a customer of mine who he hooked me up real time. He hooked me up with a customer who has multiple vehicles. So much multiple vehicles that he claimed that it's one of the largest car collections in my hometown. So thank God for even the feeling, the emotion to even, be able to do it. And then I thank God that I'm the man for the job. I mean, who else should do it? I'm so reliable. I have so much of a great quality that that's my type of clients. So yes, you do. Let me get it for you. All right. Get a parking pass for my guy because when you stay here longer than an hour and a half, you have to pay for parking. I got valet tickets that I give my clients. This just in case if she needs one by the time I'm done, which she shall not. There you go, bro. All right, thank you. Have a great one. All right, so I'm going to continue to, and see, this is real time. This is the things that I deal with to say, hey, I'm going to do 4 a day, but you got to account for things like this. You're not working when you're talking to customers. You're not working when, your equipment. You're not working when just anything happens. All right, so I am blowing out all the cracks and crevices. When a customer say, "Oh my God, you get all these hidden areas and blah 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 blah," that because I'm using the proper chemicals, the proper towels, proper techniques, and in high pressure air to blow in. And I can't leave my high pressure air blow connected to nozzle because this thing leaks. Time for me to get a new one, but only because I'm recording this video, I'm like, you know what, I need to get a new one. But usually it's fine with me. I just take it off and put it back on. Blow out all the cracks and crevices of the seats. Wipe down the seats. Now, move the seat all the way forward. And the reason why I move the seat forward is because when I get to the back, I'll be able to wipe down the center console and clean the track underneath the seat. And if there's anything important, on of the customers that's underneath the seat, I'll be able to see that. And I'll be known as the guy to say, oh my God, I was looking for that and you found it. And that is, I get in cracks and crevices that the average person don't think to look. Because remember, if they couldn't find it, they didn't think to go up underneath the seat. But here I am cleaning their car, doing things they didn't believe they paid for. And now they're excited because I go to places that they don't even think to go and think it's important enough to go, even though they can't see it. It's like, it's weird. There's so many different angles to it, but you know what I mean. Those who do it know what I mean. Those who get the response of, oh my God, Yep. Go out the AC vent. Oh my God, my air compressor is not plugged in. That's why the air is so low. I got it plugged into the vacuum for when I was doing the last car. Yep, let me get some air built up in this thing. There we go. Talking to y'all, I didn't even notice that my air compressor wasn't on. When everything's silent, I know. I can feel if the air compressor is building up without even hearing the sound. Yep. It's like if somebody was playing music, I can feel if my air compressor is building up inside the nozzle. You're like, oh, that's too low of a pressure. So even though I can't hear it, I know it ain't building up. You want to use my ladder? Or you want to, wait, no, not this.
No, I was looking for trash.
Put it on the back bumper. I got you. Where that dirty towels are at, that's trash. Yep, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. It's usually on the side over there where that door is at. No, it's it's usually on that side. Yeah. Yeah. So built back up. I'm blowing out the crack of the seat, blowing between the seats and the crack of the seat, just by the center console, and wiping down the seat. And this is really quick. It's not nothing really hard about it. It's just knowing that you should do these things. It's simple. I don't know how many minutes it's been because I lost track of time now because I started talking and I'm not just flowing to be like, oh yeah, that was only 15 minutes or that's only 30 minutes or such and such. But it's all good. So this window is done. Remember, I did that half of the windshield one time when I did from the driver's side. So I'm moving the seat forward right now. I'm wiping down the side of the seat as I'm moving it forward. So my left hand is wiping down the seat. Right hand is pushing the seat forward because the knob is the seat control is on the door. So now, I always clean from top to bottom. I'm going to blow out the seat, wipe down the seat, wipe down the side of it. Now blow and clean the cracks of the front seat. Make sure if there's grease on it, you don't hit the grease. You just clean around it and use your high pressure air and blow. If it had like pet hair or something on it, you'll just try to blow it out of the grease, if that makes sense. So now I'm cleaning the back passenger door, the glass, sorry. Cleaning the glass. Get each corner. Clean the, I just realized I didn't clean the window control. So now all the front two seats, all the rear seats are clean. Now I'm moving to the back. I always reach far in and clean the back of the seats. I could have folded it down, but I don't want to go through all that. So I just reach in and clean the back seats. Now I spray the back glass. And as I clean the back glass, bring down the door a little bit. Yep, clean the back glass. Totally clean the back glass. And now clean the hatch. Because all you're doing is the hatch is not usually as dirty unless they have a pet that drools on it. But in this case, she doesn't have a pet that drools on it. Now get your high pressure and just blow any cracks and crevices that you see back here. Yep. And I can blow this out so I don't have to vacuum back here. Yep, now I can put up my air compressor because guess what? I don't need it anymore. I clean up as I go. I started to do the pressure washer, but I wasn't sure. I was waiting on the customer. They're not here by now, so I'm almost done. So I'm just wrapping up as I go. I'll catch that customer next time. So, yep, now I can wrap up my pressure washer hose while I'm here too. Let me wrap that up there. And I have a towel over the hose as I'm winding it up with my right hand. I got the towel wrapped around the hose with my left hand so it cleans up the hose as I wrap it up. So there's nothing like tracking dirt onto your hose from the ground. All right, air compressor I don't need anymore. I do need my vacuum, so I plug in my vacuum here. And I always take a towel with you. So the wipe down towel that you have doing the vehicle, take it with you. So I always go to the farthest point. When I'm vacuuming to work, hey, see you later. Use the farthest point, and I vacuum the seat first, and then I work my way to the ground, which is about the center hump of the carpet, or just the center of the carpet, and working my way outside of the truck. I always work from the furthest point in. I meant to tell you that when I was wiping down the interior, the same thing. I always work from the farthest point in and work your way out. This is done. I can actually close the door, but I don't. Only for breathing room. Like when it's too warm outside, you don't want to close the door. It gets too like, ugh. I don't know. There's no breeze flowing through the car. So I always leave my doors open. Unless it's too windy and I believe dirt and dust are going to fly back in. Yep. So I'm letting the seat back simultaneously as I'm vacuuming. I'm not holding the seat and just standing there. I'm vacuuming and the seat is going back at the same time. So when I tell you I can do it in an hour, this is what I mean when I say I can do it in an hour. Because some people will just stand there, hold the seat as if they couldn't be vacuuming at the same time. Now I'm going to the back. And the reason why I go to the back seat is because the seat is already forward from when I wiped it down to clean the rear center console. That I just go to the back and vacuum up under it. But right now I'm going to vacuum the seat. And then I'm going to vacuum up to the center part where I started on the first one. And then vacuum up underneath the seat as far as I can reach to the front. And work my way outside of the car, the truck. And always hold your hose to, dang, there's a lot of stuff I should tell you in the beginning. But hold your hose in between your legs if you have to, so it doesn't rub up on the car as you're vacuuming. Yep. Now I can close the door because I don't need airflow now because I'm on this side and that door is open for airflow. See, one hand is on the door while the seat is going back and I'm still vacuuming. And be okay with not getting everything perfect while the seat is going back. The point is that you're vacuuming, picking up some of it as you're going. And this customer has a little bit of pet hair, so I just got to vacuum a little bit extra over the pet hair to pick it up. But it's not enough for me to say, hey, I'm sorry for pet hair. But it is enough to where it's like aggravating. You know, so you got to give a little, take a little. It's okay. And there's going to be some times the person don't have a pet and the person don't even have a passenger side rider. They don't even have a passenger, so all you really clean is the front seat. So give or take a little between customers by adding them all together. Vacuum is done. And guess what? All I have to do now, the glass is done, wipe down is done, vacuum is done. All I have to do is wipe down the floor mats that I took out. Wipe down the floor, because it's not dirty. I wipe down the top. I wipe down the bottom. And I'm going to put it on top of the vacuum. Wipe down the top. Do it like this. Put it in the camera view. Wipe down the top. Get all the footprints because I walked over it a few times. I don't like an idiot. But it's all good. Give myself just a little bit extra work. And put it on top of the vacuum. Wipe off the top. And then wipe off the bottom. Yep. See that footprint? So wipe off the top. Oh, that's not a footprint. That's the color of the mat. Wipe off the top. Get a wet towel just in case to see if that works. Wipe off the top. Yeah. A wet towel, wipe that right off. And wipe off the bottom. So now I can put this in the back seat. Okay, does it go on this side? Whoa. Okay. Let me see. This goes on the passenger side. I struggled to put that mat in just now. And this goes on the driver's side. Move the seat up some now because I had to move it all the way back to make sure I vacuumed the most furthest point. Yeah. Now, put this in the back, which should go on this side because of how it's shaped. Yep. Perfect. And then the passenger side. Passenger floor mat is in. Boom, perfect. Yep, let the seat up forward so I can put in that back mat. Boom. The key is in there. Key is in there. Yep, that's in there. It's in there. Fix the shoe nice and neat on the seat that she had in there. Now I'm going to put in the back mat. Boom. And there you have it. I don't know how long that's been with talking and everything, but I'm going to grab the camera. It's been 50 minutes, guys. Wash, wax, vacuum. Oh, if you wish you could see this really well, but there you have it. Uh-oh, she had a sun glare or whatever. But here nor there. 50 minutes. Even sprayed that for the customers. All good. And there you have it. Wash and wax. That's even on the SUV. All right. This is Joe Clean. 1 hour. It can be done. All right. That's a solopreneur. You can make $100,000 a year just charging $100 if you wanted to, or you can charge $250 or whatever you're comfortable with. Okay. Y'all be blessed. Be encouraged. Joe Clean. Peace.